had bloody Englishmen bandaged me with his friendship.
With the excitement growing for Outlander's final season, we've got some new story details about Season 8. In a recent interview, showrunner Meryl Davis and author Diana Gabaldon gave us a sneak peek at which books will be covered in the last 2 seasons. While we already knew that Season 8 would focus on events from Book 9, Go Tell the Bees I Am Gone, they also dropped a bombshell. Some parts of the still unreleased 10th book will be included too. So, with all this info coming in, let's dive into everything we can find about Outlander Season 8. As we know, the close collaboration between the show's creators and author Diana Gabaldon allows for some details to be included in the show even before the books are published. While neither Davis nor Gabaldon revealed much about the elusive 10th book, Meryl Davis did express regret that the series wouldn't be able to cover all of Gabaldon's books. Similar to how Game of Thrones worked, this partnership means certain plot points make it to the screen ahead of the actual book release. In their discussion, Davis shared, Season 7 covers the last part of Book 6, since we couldn't finish it in Season 6, then we move into Books 7 and 8. Season 8 will tackle Book 9. I wish we had more of Book 10. Gabaldon chimed in, mentioning there'd be little pieces of Book 10 included. Davis added, I'd love to finish all the books. Whether or not all the characters survive in Season 8, I'd love to come back for Book 10. That said, at the time I'm making this video, I haven't watched Outlander Season 7 Episode 16 yet, but after Episode 15, I've got some thoughts on what might happen in the next episode and Season 8. With Claire's life on the line at the end of Episode 15, Episode 16 is definitely going to focus on her fate. The teasers show Jamie by Claire's unconscious body making the sign of the cross, so it looks like she's in serious danger of dying before the season wraps up. But here's the thing, Outlander has already been confirmed for Season 8, which will be the show's final season. Plus, in the books, Claire survives, so if the show were to kill her off, that'd be a huge change. While Outlander has made a few changes to the books over the years, most people would be pretty shocked if Claire weren't in Season 8. All things aside, we have to say that Roger took a lot of heat for a decision he made in Outlander Season 7 Episode 15, but in the end he actually saved the show from a pretty gross moment from the books. This is a classic example of a series veering from Diana Gabaldon's original work, but it worked out for the better. By keeping the secret about Buck's parents, Roger steered their story in a different direction, avoiding a super uncomfortable scene from the books. In the episode, Roger and Buck traveled back in time to search for Jemmy, who had been kidnapped by Rob Cameron. What they didn't know was that Rob hadn't taken Jemmy through the stones, but their time-traveling journey wasn't in vain. Roger ended up saving his father, Jeremiah, while Buck unknowingly helped ensure his own existence by bringing his parents together. But Buck didn't know that Gillis and Dougal were his parents until later in Season 7. Roger knew the truth, though, and chose to keep it from Buck, worrying that revealing it could change events and risk their existence. While that's a bit of a stretch, since Roger knows that history can't be altered, it made for a better story. In the books, Buck actually meets his mother Gillis, and the moment turns super weird. He ends up making a disgusting pass at her, something that would have been wildly out of place in the show. By having Roger withhold the truth, we avoided that creepy moment, and instead, Buck's story concluded in a much more heartwarming way. After Buck cooled off, he forgave Roger and sent a letter to his mother for some closure. He expressed how Roger and Jemmy were like sons to him and promised to protect their family. This ending was much more touching than the original version, and it shows how a significant change from the books can sometimes be for the better. With Starz confirming that Seasons 7 and 8 will wrap up Claire and Jamie's love story in an epic way, it's pretty much guaranteed that Caitriona Balfe and Sam Heughan will be back as fan favorites Claire and Jamie. Since Season 8 will focus on Gabaldon's 9th book, we can also expect to see Sophie Skelton's Brianna and Richard Rankin's Roger as they play key roles in the story. On the flip side, Tobias Menzies has confirmed he won't be returning as Jack in Season 8, so we can rule out his character making a comeback. Outlander is coming to an end, but there's still plenty of excitement ahead with Outlander Blood of My Blood in the works. Both series are gearing up for some big moments, with Outlander diving into the final half of Season 7, while Blood of My Blood has already wrapped filming for its first season. Filming for both series overlapped in 2024, with Outlander Season 8 filming from March to September and Blood of My Blood from January to July. This could mean there's room for some interesting connections between the two, maybe even sharing characters or solving long-running mysteries in new ways. Speaking of which, Outlander Season 8 might give fans a chance to meet characters from Blood of My Blood, Jamie and Claire's parents, who will be played by Harriet Slater, Jamie Roy, Hermione Corfield, and Jeremy Irvine. With time travel playing a key role in both series, it's not too far-fetched to imagine Roger stumbling upon these characters in the past. He could even meet Jamie's parents before heading into Blood of My Blood to explore their backstories. And since Claire inherited her time-traveling abilities, we might even see her parents pop up too. What's even more intriguing is the possibility that Blood of My Blood could help solve the long-standing mystery of Jamie's ghost from Outlander Season 1. Remember when Frank saw a man watching Claire from the window but never got a good look at him? The theory has always been that it was Jamie's ghost tragically watching over her from the future. But what if it wasn't Jamie's ghost after all? What if it was Brian Fraser, Jamie's father, watching over Claire to make sure she found her way through time to meet Jamie? It could be a cool twist, especially considering how connected the two series are. Of course, there are ways Season 8 could address the ghost mystery. Maybe it wasn't really a ghost at all, but an extension of Jamie's subconscious, imagining his loved ones in the future. Or, in a more tragic twist, maybe Jamie really does die and becomes a ghost waiting centuries to see Claire again. Either way, it'll be interesting to see how this mystery plays out and how Blood of My Blood could tie in to make things even more meaningful. The upcoming spin-off, Outlander Blood of My Blood, will take the reins. But here's the thing, it might miss what made the original series so unique. At its core, Outlander is a love story between Claire and Jamie, but it's so much more than just romance. It's got that fantasy element with time travel, blending history and drama, and constantly bending reality. This isn't your typical romance. These characters weren't meant to find each other, but fate forces them together. Blood of My Blood, however, might not have that same magic. Set to explore the love stories of Claire and Jamie's parents, this prequel will jump between the 18th and 20th centuries. But while it's an intriguing concept, something seems off. The time travel element, which made Outlander stand out, is nowhere to be seen in Blood of My Blood. Without that, it risks becoming just another historical romance instead of the fantasy romance Outlander is known for. Despite some hints, it seems unlikely that Jamie's parents or Claire's will be time travelers. Claire might have inherited the gene, but her parents didn't. Still, there's hope. Maybe Blood of My Blood will find a way to bring time travel back into the mix. Fingers crossed. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below.